Today's session is on Screencastify, and I am using a Google slide deck that was created by a fellow coworker, Elizabeth Plyler. And we're going to learn how to use Screencastify. So the very first thing that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to the Chrome web store. So I'm going to open up a web browser, and I'm going to type in Chrome Web Store. And then what I'm going to want to make sure is that I am clicked on extensions. And then where it says search store, I'm just going to type in Screencastify. And I get this pink box or salmon colored box that says Screencastify. And the symbol is this white arrow with the video camera in it. And sometimes it's a pink arrow with a white video camera in it. So it just depends. I have already added it to my Chrome, but normally if you have not, you would see this add to Chrome. So you would click on it, and then it's going to ask you for some permissions. So when I click on add to Chrome, I'm then going to see some permissions like this, so that it wants permission to display notifications, to communicate with cooperating websites, and to capture your content of the screen. That's the whole purpose of Screencastify, is to record your screen. So you would click add extension. It's going to take a minute to install. And then once it installs, it's going to live in the Omni bar, which is the symbols beside your address box. So here it is. And again, it's the salmon colored arrow with the white video camera. Mine has a red dot right now because I am actually recording. I'm using Screencastify. Then it's going to ask me to sign in. So that's the very first thing I have to do, is sign in with Google. So signing in with Google is the easiest way because it pulls your information. Of course, you would have to choose which account you want it to use. So make sure you pick your work account. Once you do that, you want to unlock all the features. So you want to make sure that your camera and your microphone, as well as your drawing tools and annotation tools, are checked, and then hit next. Then you're going to get another pop-up that says it wants permission to read and change all your data on the website you visit. You're going to click allow. Then you just have to wait a minute while it actually installs on your Omni bar at the top. Now, if you're a teacher and you're using Screencastify and you're using your work email, if you click upgrade or pricing, this is what you're going to see, is pricing in the right-hand corner. I mean, sorry, not pricing, my account. So you're going to click my account, and then you want to upgrade to unlimited. And the reason you want to do that is because at the moment you can hit redeem coupon, and the coupon is cast_COVID, and it will allow you to have a free subscription until the end of May, where you are not limited to recording, because with a free account of Screencastify, your videos can only be 5 minutes long, and that's it. It is $50 for the entire year if you decide afterwards that you really like Screencastify and you want to continue to use it after the free subscription has ended at the end of May. It is only $49 a month. But right now you would hit redeem coupon, and it would give it to you till the end of May for free. Just keep in mind, though, that at the end of May, it's going to revert back to your free account, and you will only be able to do videos up to 5 minutes. Now, once it has installed completely, you're going to click on that icon in the top, the extension in the top bar, and it's going to start. Once it starts, you're going to get a box that's like this. You want to make sure that the microphone, well, first of all, up here, browser tab, that means it's only going to let you have access to one tab. Okay, so you wouldn't be able to switch back and forth, such as me going from the Chrome web store to my Google slide. You would only be able to view that one. I always use desktop because if I need to switch back and forth between tabs, excuse me, then I am able to do so. Webcam only means that it is using your webcam on your computer to record you, and it's going to get your face and whatever background you have behind you. But once again, I always use desktop. You also want to make sure that your microphone is on, and you can tell if it's recording if it's hearing your voice, because that green bar will continue to rise up and down as you're talking. You can also hit that select. That select will allow you to pick what microphone. So if you have multiple microphones, then you can select which microphone you want to be using. Just make sure once you select it that you start talking so that you can see that green bar come up and rise. Now, embedded webcam. If you turn this on, you will get in this right-hand corner a black box that appears, and that black box is going to be you. So eventually it won't be black, it'll be your face and whatever background that you have behind you. But it's going to still allow you to share your screen, but just in this bottom right corner, you're also going to have whatever your webcam is seeing. You can click show more options. And when you click show more options, you can then change your countdown. I usually use 5 seconds, but you can do 3, 5, or 10 seconds. And so it will count down before it actually starts recording. You also can choose to show your drawing tools, your system audio, and then your webcam preview. I usually leave these last two off, and I just turn on the first two. Once you do that, you'll want to hit record. And once you hit record, and this is how you record, remember, choose desktop is what I usually choose. I choose my microphone to be on, and then I always turn on the countdown and the drawing tools, and I have my countdown set to 5 seconds. Once I hit record, it's then going to share my screen, which is what's happening right now. You'll know that you're sharing your screen and recording because the red dot will appear in your icon at the top, which normally it does not. Then my drawing tools are over here in the bottom left. So I turned that on, remember? So it's going to let me pause my recording. Means if I need to pause it for a minute and go full with something in another room, then I can do that. And then when I come back, I'll hit unpause and it will start it right back up. This is my mouse pointer. With my mouse pointer, I can use focus mouse, which then darkens your screen some and just allows you to have like a flashlight on your screen. I don't usually use that, but I click it again to turn it off. I then can do where my mouse cursor is hidden. So once I go onto my screen, my mouse cursor is hidden. Again, I don't usually use that one either. I'm going to turn it off. And then the last one would be highlighting your mouse so that it gets like, it's not wanting to work. There it goes. So it doesn't really highlight it until you click. And then when you click, it just puts a red circle around what you clicked. So if I say click here, it's going to show you that click. Then you also have the edit tool. So the edit tool will allow me to edit on my screen. So if I need to write something, I can. I can also change the coloring. And then I have the eraser. Now, one thing is you can't just click it and it erases the whole line. You actually have to erase everything. And then it has the embed webcam. So again, I'll show you what that looks like. If I click embed, let me go back to my mouse for a minute. And then I'm going to click embed webcam. And notice it's going to show here, and you'll see my face in just a moment. And so there's my embedded webcam. Now I can click it again and it turns it off. And then I can even close these out so that you can't see those tools by hitting the X. And so that's basically all of Screencastify. Let me click through here and make sure there's nothing else. All right, so at the end, which I'm going to do in just a minute, when I hit stop sharing, it's going to bring up this page, which once I do that, you're not going to be able to see it because I have to end my recording. But what happens is at the top, you're going to click here. Well, let me go back for a minute. You're going to click up here, and it's going to allow you to create your title. Okay. When you create your title, it then will allow you to clip your video. So you can clip off the front end or the back end if you don't need it. You would just click and drag these items here and it will automatically cut when you save your video. You can open an editor too, which just will bring your video up, and it kind of lets you see frame by frame, and that way you can cut it a little bit easier. Over here, you can get a shareable link for your Google Drive that will allow you to share that out. If you hit more options, it's just going to give you a few more things that you can do. You can also share this directly into your Google Classroom. You can publish it to YouTube. If you do publish it to YouTube, it's going to ask you to add your YouTube channel. When you add your YouTube channel, it will also ask you, do you want to make this video public, private, or unlisted? Public means everybody can see it. Private means only you can see it. And unlisted means you would actually have to send somebody the YouTube link for them to see it. You can also embed that, get an embedded code so that if you wanted to add it to a website or a Google Slide or a Google Doc or anything like that. And then you can download, and it will let you download it in several different formats when you click download. So that all happens once you stop your recording. Once you hit stop sharing, this is what's going to happen. And then once you do finalize it all, then it's going to automatically be saved into your Google Drive. So you'll just have to go find it and then organize it into whatever folder you want to organize it into. For example, if I go to my Google Drive, you can see that this is the one I created just a few minutes ago, Google Contacts. And so I would just click come on. I would just right click, and then I would choose where I want to move my file to by hitting move to. Let's see. If you click on that get shareable link that I talked about earlier, this one, it will also ask you what permissions you want to give everybody. Do you want only people with the link to see it? Do you want only people that you share it with specifically? Do you want to make it public? So it will ask you that about your Google Drive as well. So it will give you these options here. And so that's all of Screencastify. Thank you for watching.